During the intervals between periods of zazen, we practice Kinhin, walking meditation, or rest Kinhin, during which we can adjust our posture and remain sitting, or do standing meditation. Whether walking or standing, under no circumstances should Kinhin be interpreted as a break or gap in formal practice. While it does offer us the opportunity to move and stretch our legs, first and foremost, in Kinhin, we are taking the awareness and equanimity that we experience through zazen into motion. The simple practice of walking, placing one foot in front of the other, provides the bridge between seated meditation and engaging in the complex and ever-changing activity of our lives with presence, focus, and wisdom. These fruits of practice are of the greatest benefit in our world and in our relationships when we aren't just practicing them on the cushion, but in every gesture of our lives. In Zen, this begins with walking. Kinhin can be practiced independently when practicing alone, or as a group in formal practice. In either case, we bring our hands to Sashu with the right hand flat on the abdomen and the left hand resting on top of the right with the thumbs crossed. The forearms are parallel to the floor. Maintaining a straight back, with our eyes looking down just in front of us, we begin to walk. The pace of Kinhin varies widely in different traditions, from very slow, just one step per complete breath cycle, to very quick, even running. When practicing alone or indoors, the pace is usually slower than when practiced outside. When engaging in Kinhin, harmonize your breath and your pace. Find the rhythm. Pay attention to how you are using your feet. Roll along the full length of your foot and embrace the ground under your feet with your toes. Harmonious function is a key principle in Zen practice. So when practicing as a group, we walk in step and close behind the person in front of us. We walk in the same order that we are seated in the Zendo, with the Jikijitsu at the front of the line and the Shoji bringing up the rear. As you practice Kinhin, allow thoughts of I and concerns about what you are doing or how you are doing it to drop away, and allow yourself to dissolve into the experience of unification, walking as one, together with all things. The very manifestation of this vast cosmos as the activity of walking. The seamlessness of the unfolding activity of life is emphasized in all aspects of Zen form. We are encouraged to practice mindfulness and awareness in all of our actions, so that we are not getting stuck in our own thoughts and habits, and are not creating obstacles for others. As a result, transitions happen quickly in formal practice. It becomes clear to us when we've drifted off and we aren't paying attention. As we move to outdoor Kinhin, take up your shoes and step aside while you put them on, so that you aren't preventing others from doing the same. If you need to use the washroom or exit the line for any other reason, the time to do it is during Kinhin. To exit the line, simply bring your hands into gasho, bow, and step out of the walking line. The gap in the line will close behind you. When you are returning to the Kinhin line, or if you are unable to begin Kinhin with the group, because your legs were asleep or numb, wait with your hands in Sashu. As the line approaches, move your hands into Gasho, palm to palm, which indicates that you want to enter the line. Bow and step into the Kinhin line in the same order that you are seated in the Zendo, and fall into step as you return your hands to Sashu. The Jikijitsu signals by clapping that we are returning to the Zendo. Bring your hands into Gasho. Step aside and remove your shoes, lining them up neatly and directly beside the pair ahead of yours in the same order that we are seated in the Zendo. We return to the Zendo as a group, and only the Jikijitsu bows as we enter. We arrive at our seats. The Jikijitsu sounds the bell, we bow, and begin the next period of Zazen. At times in formal practice, the Jikijitsu rings once to end the period of Zazen, and then claps twice, indicating a rest Kinhin. During rest Kinhin, you may stand in front of your zabuton or sitting mat with your hands in Sashu. You may also simply adjust your posture and continue Zazen through the rest Kinhin, or, if you are so inclined, simply remain sitting as you are through the rest Kinhin. Please do not stretch, bounce, or fidget during rest Kinhin. If you need to use the washroom or leave the Zendo for any other reason during rest Kinhin, simply bow with your hands in Gasho and exit the Zendo with your hands in Sashu. When you return, bow as you enter the Zendo with your hands in Gasho, and return to your seat in Gasho. Bow once again, and return to Sashu for the remainder of the rest Kinhin. The Jikijitsu claps to close the rest Kinhin, and we make Gasho. The Jikijitsu sounds the bell once, we bow, and prepare for the next round of Zazen.